Awakening Artists. So we're going to do a nice little chat today with my very good friend and one of the most beautiful practitioners in New York City, Miss Sara Vogeler of the Neuromuscular Center. So come on in.
Oh my gosh, nice to see you.
I didn't mention that we're going to also meet Scruffy. He's the Neuromuscular Center mascot. And there he is. He'll be sitting with us. Come on in.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
My mezzanine, you know that?
Yes, I know this very
This is
well.
a place for people to relax when they first come in.
Yeah, which is much needed, especially if you're in a lot of pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's head on down.
Okay. Now we're in New York City. So as you can hear the beautiful sirens. We're located where?
On 23rd Street, 148 West 23rd.
So in Chelsea.
Between 6th and 7th Avenue.
So Sara has this beautiful center here.
Thank you. This is where I work, and sometimes we do movement, sometimes we do corrective exercise. I have people on the table. We work on specific trigger points, and I'll have you stand here just as an example. We start with this view, maybe come from this angle, and you'll see better. The line here.
And as I recall, when I first came here, wasn't I something like that?
You were never like that.
Oh, I was pretty bad off.
Dancer and artist that you are always aware of yourself and your body. That beautiful mover.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Sara's also an artist background as well, which is one of the reasons that kept coming back.
Yeah, I was a dancer and I apprenticed with Eric Hawkins Dance Company, and then I danced with David Woodbury and we traveled Europe and the United States. A while ago.
I think, do you need me to?
No, you're done.
Yeah, I'm good.
I would check you out and then I would have you lie down.
Mm-hmm. So when I first came here, a neurologist had told me never dance again. 2 herniated discs in the neck, stenosis, 1 in the lower back, arthritis, and you had even discovered I had a sprained neck.
A little whiplash, yeah.
A little whiplash. So the first time I came here, I was literally like that because I came in with a really just excruciating migraine. Migraines for just straight.
How did you find me? I can't remember.
I found an article about neuromuscular therapy out of nowhere, and this is around 2009, I think, that I found you. And then I Googled neuromuscular and you came up.
Oh,
thank God.
super.
Yeah.
Super.
But then Sara worked on me, and all of a sudden I could feel circulation that I didn't even know there wasn't any circulation going on. And I remember I got off the table and I said, I can see. Because I couldn't see out of my eye. Because the migraine, it just locked everything up.
It was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and then about 2 or 3 months later, no narcotic pain medication.
Yay!
Yeah, yeah.
No more drugs.
No more drugs.
No more narcotic drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
And I say this often to everyone, Sara was my pain medication. I would give her a call and say, I'm feeling it coming on, and she'd just get me in somehow, some way. You would just squeeze me in.
Yeah.
So I love this woman.
And I love this woman.
So let's, we're gonna have a seat and tell me how you got started. Okay, so tell me about how you got started with neuromuscular therapy.
You know, I was a dancer and I studied at NYU in dance therapy. And when I graduated, one of my teachers told me I could be a professional dancer. So I decided to try, and I ended up dancing quite a lot and apprenticed with Eric Hawkins, and then moved on with David Woodbury to tour and choreograph around the United States and in Europe. So that was great. All the time I was always working with people one-on-one to correct movement, to check alignment and posture, nutritionally to make sure you're more eating a diet that isn't inflammatory, so reducing the carbs, reducing the sugar, and having a big open heart, feeling that you're loved.
Well, and that's one of the huge reasons that I kept coming back when I was your patient, was that you encouraged for me to be open to my own intuition with my own body, And I think because you knew, coming from a dancer's point of view, that we knew our bodies better than most people, and to trust that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I had come in and told you that a neurologist had told me that my intuition about where the pain was coming from and where the misalignments were coming from was completely wrong. And yet, here you were working on the same areas that I had talked about, and you encouraged me to do that work for myself at home too.
Exactly. It's wonderful for dancers or for people who are artists and are tuned into their own processes to trust what they're feeling. And you were the exact example of that, profound example of that, because you did trust it. And it is important to feel and realize that this is what you're feeling. So,
and I think artists too, we're trained to listen to our own voices when the time is right, when it's for performance. But when we leave the stage, we're also encouraged, not verbally, it's not, it's an unspoken rule that you don't follow your body's instinct after that. You push through, you self-medicate sometimes, self-medicate either through dancing too much or being in on stage too much when you need to take a break and just not listening, complete disconnect. And when I was coming in with you, I started reconnecting to myself, reconnecting to my body, as well as getting, almost instant relief that first appointment I had with you.
So that's great. And because you're a dancer or because you're an artist, I feel there's a resonance, resonating quality, because I feel the same thing. That movement is a healing art, and that you can feel yourself. With feeling yourself, you can heal better. And I can help that happen, either through posture or movement or discussion.
And now you teach also. I want to include a little bit about that. Us artists, we're always looking for other ways to make money, especially in this country. Artists aren't completely supported, and I think that there's maybe a divine reason for that a lot of us are supposed to be of service too. So we go into things like massage therapy, neuromuscular therapy, coaching for stretching, dance teaching. So you're teaching, and what do you teach?
And so I teach what I call living anatomy, which is looking at the anatomy and then feeling it in your body, using the principles of body-mind centering, which was developed by Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen way back when, in the 70s is when I met her. And I became certified as a teacher and practitioner, along with my NYU graduation from dance therapy. So combining that has been really wonderful, a place for real expression with my hands and seeing people get better using these techniques, neuromuscular therapy techniques, manipulative techniques,
so
nutrition.
If an artist is looking for some way to exercise maybe their healing gifts, they can come take your class and explore if maybe this is a path for them as well.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I think it's good if you're in the healing arts or if you're in some kind of teaching profession to know your anatomy and to know it in an embodied way, so it comes from your soul and your spirit rather than some mental, intellectual description in your head or on the page. So.
And do you have any events coming up, any discounts that you're sharing, any specials?
You can get a discount if you say you're from BJ, if you came through BJ.
Or you can say Awakening Artists as well.
Awakening Artists,
yeah.
Absolutely. I will be at a seminar up in Smith College in Northampton at the Body Mind Centering yearly conference, because I co-founded that organization 33 years ago in Northampton, so I felt very much drawn to being with my colleagues there. So that will be in June.
Okay.
But I have an open house here and classes on Sundays, once a month, on the first Sunday of every month.
So yeah, check that out. Sarah's taught me a lot just how to take care of myself, so I know that would be an excellent class if you really delve into it. I know it would be excellent.
So my interest is neuromuscular therapy, that's what I practice, plus corrective exercise to pattern you so you're not repeating a problem, but you're doing new movement, nutritional advice so that you reduce inflammation and build strong bones. Then I work with some genetic testing so that we can really pinpoint what's the best for you.
And you work with all ages too. I want to just make sure everyone knows all ages, and as all of you know, artists are of all ages. I'm not talking about the young kids going out and doing auditions, and we welcome you. I'm talking about those of us who are maybe recuperating and maybe hitting our peak, to those who are in transition. Everyone is welcome with Awakening Artists, the show, and here at the Neuromuscular Center. I know you have artists of all ages that come in.
I do. I have artists, and some are really famous, and some are not famous, and some are past their prime, or some are just entering their prime. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be with people who express it.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I love you so much.
I love you.
You have changed my life in so many ways. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.